Well, I don't know about you guys, but to me it was an incredibly meaningful morning, a somber one, but one that I'll forever remember. For both of you, Hunter and Brian, what was your takeaway from this morning?
Like you said, it was breathtaking. I mean, it was incredible. Just kind of be down there and just hear more about it. And yeah, it's kind of hard to put into words, but I mean, they've done a great job down there of kind of telling the story and of all the people that went through that, and it was pretty cool, and it's just sad also.
Brian, how about you?
Yeah, it was an incredibly powerful morning. Just being able to stand in the footprints of those buildings, and then also to see some of the steel, the beams, and the wreckage they pulled from there. It kind of makes it, a lot more real. I mean, because we remember where we were and everything, and you hear the stories about it and watch, documentaries and stuff, but to actually be able to see that stuff changes it.
And guys, you're a lot younger, so going back to when you were kids, probably in elementary school, what do you remember about when you heard the news, and what did today do to really kind of rekindle those memories?
Yeah, I remember Mrs. Jackson's reading class, and a little too young to comprehend the magnitude of the events, but still just everyone I heard some planes crashed into the buildings and something's wrong, and you're just trying to wrap your head around that at that age. But definitely remember all of us getting in front of the TV and watching it there in school, and yeah, seeing it today, being much older as we are now, really heavy, and kind of brings that back.
Hunter?
Yeah, I mean, I was in 4th grade, and I just remember kind of the whole school went quiet. They turned the TVs on. My dad actually flies for American Airlines, and he was actually on a trip when that all went down, so my mom came to the school and let me know that he was okay. But I just remember sitting in the classroom watching the TV screen, really not knowing what exactly happened, but just still in awe, and kind of like the whole world just kind of stopped. It was crazy.
I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but was there, I know there were a lot of moments, but was there one moment in that tour today that really stood out? Or, I mean, I found myself choking up a lot of times. Just one moment that kind of got you or really stood out more than others?
When we talked to the firefighter who was kind of telling the story on the fire truck that we saw, Bill, just hearing his story of kind of I think it was the third, they call it the third unit or whatever.
Ladder 3.
Yeah, Ladder 3, who went in there, and unfortunately all those guys didn't make it out, but just hearing the story of, what they were doing before and then going in there being the first responders is, it was really sad, and just there's so many people that, did the exact same thing and helped on that day that, didn't make it out, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, they were talking about the changing of the shifts. It was right around there, and school had just gone back in, so guys had a chance to hang out a little bit more, drink coffee, and then here they are all in that. Brian, how about for you?
Yeah, I think Bill making it very real. Talking about having breakfast that morning and stuff, stuff you don't really think about. Just it was a normal morning before all that happened. And then I think they did a great job with the tributes to the victims in the dark room with the audio. They brought in the family member and had them as they remembered their loved one, and it was kind of just a heavy room where people would go in there and complete strangers, but hearing the audio of those stories really made it real, and it was very powerful in there.
Well, it was obviously a life-changing and tragic event, not just for those who lost their lives, but for the country, for the world. We learned that, and we're reminded of that today. I just want to give the two of you guys, and Brad too, on a day that he's pitching and his birthday, credit for just getting away from the hotel and seeing that, and I'm pretty sure that it moved you guys the same way that it did to us. So Hunter, Brian, thanks so much for doing this and passing it on.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we're happy to do it.
All right, so we all, I think, could encourage anyone when you come to New York, if it's the first thing you do, or if it's not, get over to the September 11th memorial.